Hey, what's up guys, Lou here. So before I start this video, I just want to let you know, this is nothing to do against Asians or Chinese or whatever. I don't want to add to the conspiracy theory madness that's out there for the coronavirus, but these are just some facts that I found very interesting. It could mean absolutely nothing. I'm not guaranteeing this is the truth or nothing. I'm just telling you guys what I've researched and just kind of sharing it. Like I said, I don't want to add to the madness, but I feel like since this is kind of like public access, like everything I'm about to show you could be found on Google. So, you can look for yourselves. In fact, I'll even include the links, just to back up what I said. But other than that, yeah, this is a little theory. And I was kind of like, deep diving into the whole coronavirus thing and just kind of thought how weird and strange of a virus this is. And just trying to make sense of it, really. So, I'm going to paint a scenario here. This probably never happened. Maybe it did happen. Once again, I'm not directing this towards anybody. I'm just telling you guys what I know and what I researched. It could be complete BS, alright? Once again, just like my little theory here. There's a million of them out there. And there's another one. Alright, so I'm going to set things up real quick, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you a couple things, alright? So just hang on with me. And we're back. Alright, so what we're seeing here is a screenshot I took from my phone. The addresses are up here. So this is like a Google directions map thing. I'm sure you guys used this before. So this is the red dot. That's this thing right here. So this is in Wuhan, the Institute of Virology. Basically, they do, well, kind of what the title says. They deal in viruses, pretty much. They engineer them, they study them, so on and so forth. Now this place right here is the Wuhan, South China seafood market. So that's the market that this whole thing originated from. Now I just want to show you guys something here. So this is the Institute, and by driving, it's almost 30 minutes to the market. So what I'm going to say, if it makes sense, not saying this was done intentionally or nothing, so don't, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, what if someone got sick? Like, I don't know how well, I assume they do a great job at containment and all that stuff, but you always have to leave room for a mistake, right? We're human, after all. So what if someone got sick here, didn't know about it, and then after their shift ended, decided to go shopping here? Maybe, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, maybe he was contagious, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. Like I said, this is just a complete guess. But suppose he was infected and contagious. Maybe, got infected on a separate day. Like, the incubation period of this virus is kind of funny. So, I'm not really that keen on the incubation period and how long you have to be infected by it to be, I guess, contagious. Well, either way, you're infected by something, I'm going to consider you contagious either way when you start showing symptoms. So maybe this guy kind of blew it off as something else. Drove to this place, coughed, sneezed, whatever, touched stuff, and got people there sick. And then since this is a market, people kind of, dispersed. As you can see over here, over here, and over here, these are all residential. So I'm led to believe if residential means like housing for people, then I have to assume people live here. And you can see with all in this area, even where the viral facility is, there's residential period. Like, these could be industrial for all I know, but my understanding of residential means, where normal people live, so there's that. There's another thing I want to show you. Let me set up it real quick. Alright, so this is a little article taken, once again, from Google. This is all public stuff. I didn't, type this up myself in my free time. But I just wanted to go over some stuff. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but, so over here, they're messing with SARS coronavirus. So SARS is basically just another term for like the coronavirus. Okay, coronavirus is a big title for a lot of bugs. And kind of stating the obvious, came from bats, horseshoe bats. Or horseshoe bats. And so yeah, they kind of knew this was going on. They studied the virus. Moving on to here, this is where it gets a little interesting. So check this out. The team engineered a hybrid virus, combining a bat coronavirus with a SARS virus. It's been adapted to grow in mice and mimic human disease. The hybrid virus was able to infect human cells. Now, and then continues on over here. This part got me raise the hairs in the back of my head real quick. The risk of spillover into people and the emergence of a disease similar to SARS. So basically this little article, and I'll leave it there in case you want to read it yourself, states that, the cave that the bats were in were very close to a village. And they were afraid of the infection spreading over. So they were aware, 3 different dates, they're aware, of this virus. This particular date here in 2015, they were, they engineered, it says it right there, engineered a hybrid virus. So it's, 2 viruses that could, infect human cells. Now, why you would do that? I mean, for the sake of science, or to say, because I'm a scientist, I did it. And, look, I'm all for science. I believe in it. I think science could help society a lot and study them. What I personally would have done, like I said, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know all the technical and the reasoning behind everything, because everything has to have a reason nowadays. To engineer such a virus to infect humans purposely, because they made it after all. Not to find a cure or a vaccine, or maybe they did. There's obviously more to this. So basically, this whole thing kind of stood out to me. Now, what follows this is obviously a lot of people saying this is a hoax, this isn't real, it's made up. And I mean, this is coming from researchers that work there. It's kind of hard to discredit. I mean, I believe in science, and I believe in scientists and what they say. Unless they're completely BSing, I just like I said, China kind of rules the news back there. But if they want advancing in things, especially when it comes to engineering viruses, I think that's hard to lie about, And what better way to show up the United States than to writing an article about it? Now, so many years later, well, not that many years later, but 2020, now we have this outbreak of a coronavirus, COVID-19. And so, yeah, is it connected? Could this virus been engineered, got out of this facility, and, kind of wreaked havoc everywhere? Once again, I'm not saying that this is not a blame game here. I'm sure the Chinese government was just as unprepared, but it does leave you questioning the proximity of these 2 places here. And obviously, walking is a little kind of out of question. It's a 3-hour walk, but I mean, driving, most people are mobile. I mean, if you're a scientist, I think you could afford a car, and you would know, though, I think, if you were sick by a common cold or some, deadly contagion. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you think that, that virus you were working on is impossible for it to affect you. I don't know the procedures of a lab in China. Are they different than the United States? I would assume they are. Is there, cleaning process and everything that's involved? Is it similar to us? I don't know. I've never actually been in a lab like that, so I can't really answer that question. But once again, being humans, making mistakes, which is a complete natural thing in society, I don't care who you are, you have to wonder, maybe, just maybe, someone got sick, someone spread it by accident, some festival, and this wasn't too long before the Chinese New Year, happened. So you have to take that into consideration too. How many Chinese go to different countries to celebrate the holiday before this thing kicked off? So it makes you wonder, what could have really happened? Could have this really been the work of the Chinese government or this Chinese research facility, maybe trying to, you know, see what they could do in a lab, how they could, outshine American scientists, or the world for that matter. Why would you engineer such a virus, though, that could affect humans on purpose and not find a cure, like the next day or something? Just saying. Makes you want to think. Alright guys, that's really all to offer. I promise my next video will be a little more uplifting. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Once again, this isn't against anyone. This is just me passing on knowledge to the world. That's all it is. Take what you will, listen to what you will. There's a lot of people that discredit this. I'm not going to lie. It sounds very far-fetched, especially in a world filled with, fake news and people trying to make a name for themselves. So, yeah, there's a lot of sketchy and seedy material out there, including this now, that may or may not be true. But like I said, this is evidence that I looked up, all public database stuff. I'll put the links, and you guys could come to the conclusion yourself. And yeah, thanks for listening. I hope you're all staying healthy. And until next time, peace.